Welcome to the wild world of a frog. From the moment you're born, survival becomes your primary goal. Unlike most animals, your life begins in a completely different form. As a tadpole, small and vulnerable, with no legs and little more than a squirming body in the murky waters of the pond. The world around you is one of darkness and uncertainty, filled with predators that would love to turn you into their next meal. But you're a fighter, even from the start. Born in the stillness of a pond, you drift helplessly in the water, your tail flapping wildly as you try to move, but you can barely manage to navigate. You are tiny and weak, and the world around you is vast and full of danger. Your only option is survival. As a tadpole, your entire life is spent in the safety of the water, a world where you can hide from predators most of the time. The pond provides you with food in the form of algae and other microscopic organisms that float around you. Your vision is poor, and you rely on the feel of the water, the vibrations around you, to understand what's going on. You can't see the danger that lurks above, but you can feel the ripples when a bird swoops down from the sky. You can't sense the danger that slides beneath, but you can feel the vibrations when a larger fish passes by. Every movement is calculated. Every breath feels like a gamble. In those early weeks, survival isn't just a matter of finding food. It's about avoiding becoming food. Every day, you're under constant threat. The birds, the fish, and even the other tadpoles all pose a risk. Your instinct is simple. Stay still, stay hidden, and wait for the danger to pass. The idea of being caught, of becoming someone else's meal, is terrifying, but it's the reality of life in the pond. The early lesson is ingrained into your survival instincts. Stay hidden, or perish. And then one day, the first sign of change arrives. Your tail begins to shrink, and small legs begin to sprout. The transition from tadpole to froglet begins. For the first time, you feel a shift in your body. Your legs, though small, allow you to move with more control, and your body is no longer just a floating mass in the water. You're growing stronger. This is when the true challenge begins. The pond that once felt safe is now a battleground, and your new legs give you the ability to escape danger, or to chase it down. You are no longer just a helpless tadpole. You have the potential to be something greater, but that means facing the dangers of the world outside your pond. And the dangers are endless. Your first leap to land is an awkward, shaky attempt. Your legs are not yet strong enough, and you end up falling back into the water, gasping. But you try again, and again. Each attempt gets better, each leap gets higher, and soon you're able to make your way onto the land, where the world feels bigger and more dangerous than you ever imagined. Birds swoop overhead, looking for their next meal. Snakes slither by, their eyes locked on you. Even the ground itself feels hostile. The pond is safer, but it's also smaller. The land is bigger, but it's full of enemies. The struggle for survival intensifies as you grow, but jumping is your escape. You learn that when danger approaches, the best thing you can do is leap. You leap over rocks, over logs, and into the water, where you know you can't be caught. Your legs get stronger with each leap, and soon you can jump with impressive speed and precision. But jumping isn't just a physical act, it's a matter of survival. The first time a predator nearly caught you, you leaped just in time, escaping its sharp talons. Survival is about making the right decision at the right moment. As you continue to grow, your territory within the pond starts to expand. You find a quiet corner where the water is rich with insects, a perfect place to hunt. You begin to learn the rhythm of the pond, when the insects are most abundant and when the predators are lurking. You can feel the vibrations in the water when something larger approaches. It's a skill you've developed over time, and it's crucial to your survival. But as you grow, so do the dangers. Rival frogs appear, challenging you for your territory. They come from all corners of the pond, and each one is determined to take your place. You fight for your patch of land, using your tail to slap the water and show dominance. These aren't polite confrontations, they're brutal. You leap, you thrash, you slap with everything you have. The fights are exhausting, and even when you win, you're left bruised and tired. But winning means survival. And then, the mating season begins. It's a time of loud croaking and competition. The air is filled with the sounds of other males, each one trying to out-croak the others. The louder, longer, and more persistent you are, the more likely you are to attract a mate. Your croak echoes through the pond, calling to the females. You sing not just to be heard, but to assert your dominance. It's not just about finding a mate. It's about proving that you're the best. But the competition is fierce. Other frogs sing back, each trying to outdo you. Some croak louder, others croak longer, but you know it's not just about volume. It's about persistence. The longer you can sing, the more likely you are to get noticed. You croak for hours, your throat burning with exhaustion, but you keep going, knowing that the longer you croak, the better your chances are of attracting the female. And then she appears, the female frog of your dreams. You croak one last time, louder than ever, and she swims toward you. You leap to meet her, and for the first time, you feel the satisfaction of winning. The cycle continues. You mate, and your legacy is secured. Your offspring will carry on your name, croaking their own songs and leaping through the pond just as you did. But survival doesn't end with mating. Now that you're an adult, the challenges continue. The pond may feel like home, but it's also a battlefield. You must continue to fight for territory, fight for food, and avoid predators at all costs. You adapt. You learn when to hide, when to leap, and when to stay still. Every movement is calculated. Every decision could mean life or death. And then the seasons change. The pond floods. The water level rises, and the place you once called home becomes submerged. Your burrow is flooded, and you have to scramble to higher ground. The floodwaters make everything more dangerous. You have to find new shelter and new sources of food, but the floods have washed everything away. The insects are scarce, and you're left to survive on whatever you can find. As time passes, you realize that nothing lasts forever. The pond is shrinking. The weather is changing. The animals you once fought for territory against are now becoming a distant memory, replaced by humans who are draining the pond and building their cities around you. The roads they build split your home in two, and the waters you once relied on start to dry up. The threat of humans grows stronger every day. They build roads, they fill the ponds with their garbage, and they drain the water for their own purposes. You now live in a world that's increasingly inhospitable, and you're left to adapt or perish. It's not just the predators you have to worry about anymore. It's the humans, with their machines, their fishing nets, and their indifference toward the ecosystem you once thrived in. But you keep on surviving. You keep jumping. You keep croaking. Because that's what you do. And then one day, it happens. You're swimming along when you see a shadow pass overhead. It's a bird, and before you can react, it swoops down. You twist, you kick, and you try to escape. But its talons grab hold of you. It's strong, and it lifts you into the air. For a moment, you think it's the end. But in a desperate attempt, you slip free. You fall, spinning wildly, and land back in the water with a massive splash. You're alive. Barely. But you've survived another day. You're not out of the woods yet, though. The cycle continues. Life is hard, but you keep going. Because that's what it means to be a